We're getting a new God of War game. Wait, and let me just get ahead of this now. I'm not going to rant on this. The fact that the main character is a woman should not disrupt your life. Please, everyone settle the fuck down. It's a prequel. It's Kratos' mom. She gave birth to the main character. She's got to be a badass. Just go play the fucking game and have a good time with it. I've already seen some people say, "Oh, this is woke culture shit." No, it's not. There's only so many times we could put Kratos in the same game. So go enjoy the game.
Yeah. Boomer grounds. Yeah, we back on the wave. Two boomers in the lobby still making plays. From the shop to the tavern, we don't behave. Talk meta, talk life, talk common, rank grades. Boomer grounds. Turn it up, press play. Old school feel with the new school sway. Every week, new heat, let it run, don't fade. If you came for the vibes, you in the right place. Yeah, welcome to the pod, pull a chair to the table. APM low, but the read still fatal. Boomer brain, but the line stay stable. Hit them with the level ups, label it a fable. Cue up, we discussing every patch, every tweak. Broken comps, bad beats, every high roll streak. From the goldens in the shop to the throws on a misplay. Clip it for the chat, that's a boomer kind of replay. Late night grind, but the jokes stay timeless. Talk real life, little tilt, little kindness. From the YouTube feed to the Twitch chat sounds. If you know, then you know this is Boomer Grounds.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Boomer Grounds. It is me and Howard here tonight. Obo is busy, being the popular girl that she is, avoiding us dorks and going out and living her best life. But a lot of news, at least regarding new games coming out. But let's start with what's been going on with you, Howard. How has life been, and what is new and exciting in the world of Howard Moon?
Oh, life is okay. What's new and exciting is we finally have reached what many people are calling like one of the best game release months we've seen in a long time, and so I'm already knee deep in playing the 7th Guest remake. I'm 62% of the way through. This will not be a drowning child.
Say that now until the child drowns when something else comes out.
That's a fair. Well, quick on the heels of it came out a game I've been waiting for a while, Solar Punk, which is another base builder, and that came out on Monday. So I'm incentivized to finish 7th Guest because I can't start Solar Punk until I finish the 7th Guest. So that's where my energy is going. We had a good first stream with it. Good, and I had a good stream. I had like 4 beers while I was playing it, and my chat was like, "Man, you can't do this. You can't play games that make you think and have drinks." And then Saturday, you were here in there briefly. Saturday, we got stuck for like an hour on one of the puzzles that is that chess puzzle. I tell the story all the time in stream. I think I told on here that was the one that we got stuck in college. For like weeks, people were just walking in between classes and just trying to figure it out. And then one night, one guy just got real like pass out drunk and somehow figured it out and never told anybody. So we just saved the file and worked off from there. But I knew it. The moment I saw a chessboard and I saw queens in the drawer, I went, "Oh, we are fucked. Oh my God, we are so dead." And my chat did eventually figure it out. One of my chat members, the big Matt, figured it out. So I got to send him something nice. But we are... Yeah, that was the one puzzle. I was like, "Oh God, don't do it." And one of the devs stopped by and hung out for a while, was talking about their methodology and who programmed what and what kind of things they wanted to do. So it was really cool. So it's been an enjoyable game and got a lot going on in the upcoming weeks with releases. And we got a lot, like you said, we have a lot of news about games that will be coming out this year and next. So it's a busy time. What's going on with you?
Not too much. Didn't actually do much at all this week. Played a little bit of Battlegrounds on stream, played a little bit of Magic. Still not super enthused about either one to a degree that I want to just like exclusively play it. They did announce the next Magic set's coming out. I think the preview event is next week. It's the Marvel Superheroes. It's another Universes Beyond. I did a podcast with my friend's podcast, Alternate Worlds, where it's talking about a lot of game design and old school Magic people. So I was like one of the old school Magic people. We sat around, we chatted
Nice.
for like an hour and a half. It was pretty fun catching up with him. I haven't seen him in probably 20 years, maybe
Wow.
more, 25 years. Yeah, I mean, we're all just like have our own families, doing our own thing, you know, being adults and all that sort of stuff. He's working on developing some new board game app or site. He hasn't figured out exactly how he's going to do it, where you can essentially just like make custom board games on the site and either
Interesting.
get it printed to you or have them print it, or you print it yourself. He's in he's trying to get funding, so pre-seed round. He actually went to talk to someone about the pre-seed round right after our podcast. So I was like, good luck. He showed off a bunch of cool stuff. He used I can't remember what game he used as part of the demo, but like you can see like you can like make like custom pieces for the game or build your own version of it and just throw it all together. So I was like, oh, I know a man who would be really interested in that sort of thing.
Yeah. And knowing what I know about the hobby, the custom pieces and the printing is so expensive.
Yeah,
So expensive. It's not just, oh, I've got a great idea for a board game, and somebody says, all right, well, here's $1 million and we'll make this game. No, it is so hard to get the printing done. Everything I've ever backed off a Kickstarter is entitled, we're sending the pieces to China, because it's actually physically cheaper to have China print off or manufacture the pieces, put it on a boat that's at sea for God knows how long, and then unpack it in like on one of the coasts, because it is that expensive to print anywhere else in the world. So making a board game is not cheap or easy.
yeah. So he's developing an app for those sort of people that are looking to, like a tool, like a power tool that you could use to develop games and print out their own games and other stuff. So look really cool.
That would be really cool.
He showed me a little bit of it. He's like, yeah, you can't release this video for a while because he got too excited and showed me some of the demo. As like, oh wait, yeah, maybe we should show us before I talk to my investors. So he's like,
Absolutely.
yeah, you can't release this episode for a little bit until I get things figured out. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe I'll put this video up. If I would need a week off, we can just put out this pod. He's like, yeah. He goes, you just let me know when I can release it, then I know when I can take it a week off.
I've had a concept for a game banging around in my head for probably the better part of 10 years, but I just knowing how difficult it is to get something started. So something like this would be something I would be very interested in when and if he gets to the actual production phase of it.
Yeah. It definitely seemed pretty cool. I go, if you need someone to test it, I'm happy to put in some input, and I know people that can give me input about all these sort of things,
My name is in the thank you on my name is in the thank you section of 3 or 4 of the games behind me. So yeah, I've done play testing before. Probably one of my favorite play tests of all time was a tiny little board game called Good Dog Bad Zombie, where you play dogs trying to save humans after the zombie apocalypse. It is really stupid and fun, but that was one of the first ones we were ever asked to be play testers on. Just in our group of gamers in this area, there's like 2 or 3 guys who are publishers. And one of them was like, hey, my buddy's working on this and he's desperate. And it was literally cardboard, like paper and cardboard. He's like, I had to print this out of a PDF, but this is what the game board's going to look like. And I was like, okay, whatever works. And it's really cool. It's cool to be a part of the process. It really is.
Yeah. Oh, also this last weekend there was a match. I think I mentioned it last week. Maybe you weren't here. So there's like a Magic event. Was it last weekend? Yeah, it was last weekend. It was like the qualifier for the Arena Limited Championships. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to play. I chose not to play any of it. And yeah, I know, a lot of money saved. A bunch of controversy came out about it today.
Oh, really?
We'll talk about that after. Some other news regarding Magic and me. The box tournament I played in a month ago now, they finally shipped out the boxes, but they're like, due to high demand, we're only shipping one of the current sets that you won, and we're giving you 4 replacement boxes. So I was like, well, that's kind of sucks. But luckily, the replacement boxes they're sending are worth 30% more than the boxes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a shittier set, I would have been really pissed because it really changes like whether or not you want to play and the value of the event. So,
Right.
so the boxes they're sending are like worth like 30 to 50% more than the, but they're also about to rotate out. So I think they're also like clearing out inventory.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I think there's way too much demand for the event, and they're sending out boxes that are older. But
way back when I was a tournament director for Star Trek CCG, thousands of years ago in the 90s, they used to send out. They had at this point, it was early in the game. They had 3 sets. They had the base set and then they had 2 expansions. And the first expansion was called Alternate Universe, and it was extremely popular. Really good cards in it. A lot of people play with the cards. And the third one was a Q Continuum based off of obviously Q. If you watch Star Trek, you know Q. But they would always send a box of the base set for tournament support. So every time I scheduled the tournament, they would send me one of these boxes to hand out as prizes at the tournament. I would have to send them back the certifications. They would send me another box. It never occurred to me at the time that I could just fake tournaments and just keep the cards and sell them for myself, which, nowadays is probably the first thing I would think. But there came a point where the tournament directors were like, man, you keep sending us the base set and nobody wants the base set. So you got to do something about the prize support. So we thought, maybe they would do something unique, or they would talk about maybe making actual prize support boxes that were like unique packs you couldn't get anywhere else, things of that nature, stuff that Magic had done for years. Yeah. Nope. They started sending us the Q Continuum boxes, which were worth half as much as the base boxes, and saying, here you go. You wanted something different? Here's the shittiest set we've ever done. There you go, everybody. You're welcome. And I would go to tournaments and they would be like, what do you got for prize support today? I'm like, I got a box of Q Continuum. And people were like, no, I'm not going to play. I'm like, you drove all the way down here and now you're not going to play? Because I don't need any more Q Continuum. I got this is a shitty set. Okay. So I love when they change stuff up on you and you're just like, okay, is this a improvement? Is this not? What are we doing here?
Yeah, I was definitely worried about it when I saw the email. They're like, if you won more than one box, the remaining boxes will be Wilds of Eldraine. I'm like, how much is a box of Wild of Eldraine worth? I'm like, I sell it for 900. I'm like, I am fine. Yeah, it's fine. Send me that box instead.
Do it.
It feels like Spider-Man is like sells for 300. I'm like, motherfucker.
So what is the prize box you're getting? Was what, TMNT?
No, the prize block I was getting is the Secrets of Strixhaven. Sells for about 600 USD each.
So, okay, so this is like a 50% increase. 600 to 900 is a 50% increase. Yeah. So yeah, if you were getting Spider-Man, you getting the shaft there. Oh man.
Yeah, because it makes a big difference because you're paying like $30 an entry, and I went through quite a few, like $800, $1,000 or something of entries. Right? If I knew it was only worth $300 a box, I'd be like, I wouldn't bother playing. So it's like, it could have been a massive shaft, but there's also, that's the smallest of the Magic controversy this week, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay. I'm interested now. I'm tuned in.
So let's talk about all the games that got announced, because there's a crap load of games got announced.
So many.
Literally everything came out this last week, and honestly, none of them spiked my interest very much, to be fair.
I thought there was some interesting stuff.
Let's start with Summer Game Fest, which is all, I believe this is all is this the right one? No. Yeah, Summer Game Fest. So this is mostly PC, I believe, right? It's mostly PC?
Yeah, this is the list that brought the most attention to me. This is the one that actually made me, because I don't console game anymore.
Yeah.
A couple of months ago, I went to visit family, and my nephew was like, "Oh, I'm starting to play on, I think it was a Switch." He goes, "Come play Street Fighter with me." And I was like, "I haven't played Street Fighter in 20 years." And he absolutely wiped the floor with me because I don't do console as much anymore, so I have no freaking clue. So the Summer Games Fest is definitely the stuff that grabbed my attention.
So what grabbed your attention the most? And we'll start there, because a few things grabbed my attention, but after looking through this list, a lot did. Okay, go ahead.
I'm glad you asked, because I actually prepared today and went through the articles and made a list. Stuff that I thought was the biggest announcement had to be Resident Evil Veronica. Yeah. There had been talk about them working on that for a while. It's a remake, but it's a completely rebuilt remake. So it should be very, very good. And that's the Resident Evil series always does well. So that jumped off the page at me. I'm not a Resident Evil guy, but that jumped off the page to me.
I mean, did that jump off the page more than the Final Fantasy game? Because Final Fantasy is a massive, massive game.
Massive franchise. Yeah. Massive franchise. It did, just because I think the Resident Evil people, I'm not going to say one fandom is bigger than the other. Final Fantasy games tend to have more staying power. People tend to play them for longer periods of time. There's a lot more hours of gameplay, generally speaking. So don't start screaming at me in the comments that you spent 100 hours on Resident Evil 4 and you only spent 5 hours on Final Fantasy 6. Not everybody's the same, but generally speaking, when the Resident Evil games come out, everybody jumps to them. But then like 3 weeks later, they're all back on something else. That's not really the case with Final Fantasy. And we knew Final Fantasy 7 was coming. We just didn't know when. And so those were the two biggest things. And the fact that they're saying Final Fantasy will be out in less than a year, that's huge. They're targeting spring of 2027. I mean, they announced some Street Fighter stuff. The other two things that really jumped out to me was the Monster Hunter is getting another expansion, and we're finally got a full release date for Pal World, which I thought for a long time was never going to happen, because Pal World, or as some people like it, call it legally distinct Pokemon, with Nintendo suing the crap out of them, I thought this game was never going to come out in 1.0, and now it looks like it's going to, and that's just really nice to see. So those were the ones that jumped out to me.
I saw the two Star Wars games. The Star Wars
I didn't mention those.
Racer.
Yeah,
it actually looked pretty fun. I don't know if I'd actually want to buy it. It seems like something I'd want to play for like a couple hours, and then I'd probably just like never touch again.
Yeah.
But I mean, also I was watching a lot of the trailers, and all the trailers like don't show any actual gameplay. It's literally just like all cutscenes. I'm like, God damn, I want to see, if you want me to get excited for a game, I don't want to see all cutscenes. Like, these are all franchise games. Like, pretty much every game that got announced, there's like nothing new that I saw that was listed. They're all franchise games, so just showing me cutscenes of the game, it's just like, okay, I know what the characters look like. Yeah, cool cutscene. Yeah, cool cutscene. But I'm like, what's the game gonna look like? I don't need to see a video. I know what's going on. That seemed to be a pretty common theme that I saw with all the things. Like, no actual gameplay show, because maybe they're still quite a ways away. But like, give me something more than a cutscene.
they tend to do that for the summer showcase. They're just trying to generate some interest, just get people to start paying attention to it. The fact that I went through all of that and did not mention either of the two Star Wars games should be telling about how big of a showcase I thought this was. I'm not a racer guy, but I know there's a lot of people out there who love it. And from what I'm hearing, Galactic Racer is going to have a story mode and all these multiplayer options. It should be really, really interesting for folks who like the race genre. I'm cautiously optimistic for Star Wars Zero Company, because I do love a good Star Wars strategy game. Star Wars Rebellion, God, 25 years ago at this point, was one of my favorite games to play. I still have a copy of it on Steam. I got it for like $2.99 before it got delisted. And then the Battlefront games, both 1 and 2, were really, really good for the Star Wars stuff. So I'm cautiously optimistic. What worries me is that a lot of times these things look really good in the preview or in the announcement stage. Like, I'm going back about a year or so to when Star Trek Voyager was being pitched, and then the demo came out and everybody was like, okay, it still could be good. And then the game came out and I didn't hear anything else about it. People played it for like 3 days and then it just fell off the face of the earth. I still haven't even gone out to get it. I worry that the hype on some of these games, because Star Wars and Star Trek are such huge sci-fi fantasy franchises, that they're kind of not going to be able to live up to their own hype. I have more hope for the racing game than I have for Zero Company, but I'm really, fingers crossed, hopeful that both are really good games.
Yeah, I mean, the Galactic Racer just seems fun. Like, who doesn't want to play, do races on the racer. It was like such a cool thing in the movies. It just
Are we going to go pod racing? Is that what you're telling me, Terry?
Yeah, I know.
Pod
I mean,
racing?
who doesn't want to go pod racing? God damn. Let's hop over to the Xbox. Xbox Game Showcase 2026. I think the biggest announcement was Gears of War E-Day. It's coming soon, actually, October 6th.
Mm-hmm.
And the Fable reboot. I actually really enjoyed playing Fable.
That's
Fable
the big
was one of the
for me.
games that I actually like. I think I actually played through on my Xbox to completion, which is rare because I had, just like Howard's collection, I had a way higher percentage of drowning children when it came to my Xbox. Because I remember when I finally got rid of my Xbox, I was like bringing all those games in, and like half of them were like still sealed. And I was like trying to sell them to EB, Electronic Boutique, or I guess I'll call GameStop now. They're like, why are these still sealed? I'm like, yeah, I bought them and they just sat in the corner and gathered dust. I really enjoyed Fable. I thought Fable 2 was not as good. It was considerably worse when it came out. 'Cause I remember I was like, excited for Fable 2. Then I was like, oh, yeah.
And this new Fable, and I was just double checking my date because I wanted to make sure I had the right date. They first started talking about this in 2020. Yeah. This Fable reboot has been almost 6 years in the making. I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, maybe 2024, 2023. They released a video for it, like a pre-trailer. And they got the English actor Richard Ayoade to do one of the voices, and the whole premise of the video is like he comes across as like this normal guy living in the realm, talking about his day-to-day farming and everything like that. And then you see like in between him talking, you see cutscenes of adventurers going through, and at the end you realize he's not just a normal part of the kingdom; he's a giant, and the hero you've been watching run around comes up face to face with him. And it was just like a real kind of like quick, like, oh, cool, he's actually like a bad guy kind of thing. It was just a really cool trailer for what they were doing. And I'm like, that was at least 2 years ago. And so they've been really, really working on this. I hope it's really good. Like I said, I don't do console anymore, which is a shame because, PlayStation doesn't seem to want to put anything out but console anymore. So
I mean, it says it's coming to Steam.
Is it? Okay, good. Then I will absolutely play it. If it's coming to Steam, I'm going to play it.
Yeah, February 23rd, 2027, it says it launches on Xbox, Steam, and PS5. So, I mean,
yeah,
that was game I played too.
Those two were the big announcements, was Gears of War and Fable, but we also found out we're getting an expansion for Doom Dark Ages, which I know a lot of people liked. We're missing the big news, Terry. They're putting out a new Crazy Taxi game.
I saw that. Crazy Taxi was fun. I remember it back in the day.
Crazy Taxi is stupid fun. This game is so much fun. I mean, that's huge. I mean, this, like I said, this was a jam-packed. Those two things are definitely the top of the list. But this was a jam-packed announcement week. We're getting the first Castlevania game in almost a decade on the PS5 at some point next year. Dune is going to be that people have been playing on Steam and on PC is going to be ported to console at some point next year. We're getting a new God of War game. Wait, and let me just get ahead of this now. I'm not going to rant on this. The fact that the main character is a woman should not disrupt your life. Please, everyone settle the fuck down. It's a prequel. It's Kratos' mom. She gave birth to the main character. She's got to be a badass. Just go play the fucking game and have a good time with it. I've already seen some people say, "Oh, this is woke culture shit." No, it's not. There's only so many times we could put Kratos in the same game. So go enjoy the game. So I know people are excited for that.
The thing I saw that was really interesting, the Sea of Thieves Season 20, the custom seas. Did you read about that?
I didn't see any. I saw the announcement. I didn't see any of the details. What are they talking about?
So you're actually letting everyone build like their own Sea of Thieves experience and world and stuff. So like totally free, no subscription needed. You can just build your own Sea of Thieves adventure, is what it sounds like. I mean, that sounds pretty cool. That's me like I haven't seen anyone playing Sea of Thieves in a while. I mean, it's probably still pretty popular, but
Oh, you don't follow Opie?
no. I mean, Opie's been doing other stuff. He got the partner
Has
on
he?
Sea of Thieves. Yeah, he's been doing other stuff.
He got the partner on Sea of Thieves.
Yeah, I know, but that was also like before I got the partner. That was like over a year ago. So he's been.
I
doing
mean,
other
he's still.
stuff.
The last time I saw him on was a couple of weeks ago, and he was in the full face paint
Yeah.
doing Sea of Thieves. So maybe it was a rerun or something like that. But yeah, he's done it a little bit. But man, it is an embarrassment of riches right now that I can't even tell you which of these lineups is better. That the stuff coming to PlayStation and the stuff coming to PC are both so freaking good. Like, everybody should be excited for like the next 12 to 18 months of content coming out.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't even gotten. Do we get the PlayStation? We haven't gotten the PlayStation yet.
I thought, was it PlayStation or was it Xbox? I got it
We're on
backwards in my
Xbox.
head.
We're on Xbox right now.
Oh, that was Xbox. Okay, no, yeah. Sorry, that was Xbox. Yeah, this I got PlayStation and Xbox backwards in my head.
That's fine.
Don't send me a million messages. The fat lesbian gets it wrong sometimes. It happens. Okay.
There's
The
also an
PlayStation
update-
list didn't was that?
I was about to say there's a new Flight Simulator 2024 coming too. For those who
What is that? Say it again?
Flight Simulator, Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh,
There's
sorry,
one of
my
those
headphone
coming
went
out. One of those coming out as well. That's like a classic.
yeah, people
Old school
love
games,
those
I'm like-
games.
I mean, they're just calm and peaceful. You know, sit around, fly around the world, or whatever. Those
Yeah,
games are
whatever
hugely
works.
popular.
I will say this now before we get to PlayStation. This is where my excitement ends. I looked at the PlayStation list and I was like, okay, all right, yep, So you're gonna have to tell me what stuck out to you on PlayStation.
All right, so PlayStation coming out, new Marvel Wolverine game. I mean, it's probably gonna be.
That is cool.
I mean, Wolverine is like the best-selling probably Marvel character they've had. They always have. And whenever they want to make some money, they always just put on another Wolverine game.
Just chuck Wolverine out there.
Probably Wolverine and Deadpool now are probably the two biggest ones.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing here. New Tomb Raider, you know, you get to see it. Laura Croft, new updated Unreal Engine 5 boobs jiggling around. I mean, nothing else really stood out. No, Dune Awakening, new Dynasty Warriors,
Yeah.
another Silent Hill.
The Silent Hill games always do well.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
just
not my
another-
style.
I mean, here's your God of War mention because I see the God of War here on the PlayStation side. Yeah, I mean, nothing on the PlayStation side was too exciting. Like,
Yeah,
I would
I,
say-
the announcements were We're very
Like- yeah, there's like no games that make me actually want to go and buy a PlayStation, which is one of the things. All right, let's go. Nintendo time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a story about this after we do Nintendo. Go
Okay.
for it. I did not even look at the Nintendo stuff yet,
I'm
but I
just
got a
looking
story
at-
about it.
I'm just looking at it for the first time now because I saw there's like a new One Piece game. It looks like One Piece popularity is still enormous.
One Piece just keeps chugging along. Every time I think it's going to kind of calm down a little bit, and Netflix just did another season, and all of a sudden that was huge again. I'm just like, oh my god, that franchise just never quits.
Yeah, there's a new Switch sports resort. I remember Wildcat Terry, or I believe was in my chat talking about it, and they added in thumb wrestling into the Wii. Into it.
Oh my lord, I can't.
They added the games, the sports they added in thumb wrestling, prop playing, and skateboarding. Ooh,
I
this Hello
can't.
Kitty Party Land. Shit. That means I might have to buy a Switch for my daughter or my wife.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that for them.
I mean, I have no interest in it.
Yet.
Pacoda's probably all down. Anything else? Anything else that looks interesting?
The
Kingdom
Legends of Zelda: Ocarina
Oh.
of Time.
Hearts? There you go. Literally the very last thing on the list. Yeah, Legend of Zelda.
My brother is a huge Nintendo fan and a huge Zelda fan. one of his biggest accomplishments in his life is not having kids. It's that his claim to fame is that he has finished every Zelda game that's ever been published in the United States on any platform, like going all the way back. So when they said that it was going to Ocarina of Time was being remade for the Switch 2, my brother texted me. I'm looking at it on my phone right now, and I won't embarrass him by putting him on there. But he just said the greatest video game ever is being reissued. Nintendo may have finally found a way to force me to dip into my bank account for a Switch 2. It's literally the message he sent me. So, and he's the collector. He's got he's been on a quest now for a couple of years, to get his personal quest is to get. He has a Nintendo Entertainment System, a first edition one, the one that used to come with the gun in Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
But his thing is to get all like 13 of the original release games in box with instruction booklets, and they don't have to be like shrink wrapped. Like if he can find the box in good condition in one place and the cartridge in good condition somewhere else, he'll reassemble them. And this is like Nintendo is like his thing. And he'll call me up and be like, I finally found Gyromite. And I'm like, what the fuck is Gyromite? And he's like, don't you remember it was the one with the robot? And I'm like, clearly not, because I don't remember what the hell you're talking about. And he's got to send me a picture of it for me to go, oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I remember that game now. So, so he's very, very excited about this. When he's paying attention to stuff that's coming out in Summer Game Showcases, that's when I know there's some good stuff coming out, because normally he just looks at his oldest son, who is the one who's in college for esports management, and goes, what's coming out that's good? And he just listens to his 18-year-old. So,
I mean, isn't it like one of the original like Nintendo games like super super expensive, like tens of thousands? There
are some of them, yeah.
There's like some like resort like Olympic type game, I think, that was like only a few copies were made or something. I remember
there's a couple of them like that. The original Tetris is a holy grail item, because the part of how Nintendo made its money was that the cartridge design was copyrighted.
Yeah.
And so I think it was Tenken who put out the original Tetris, and they designed their own cartridge because there wasn't anything at the time that said they couldn't. And then Nintendo said, well, we're not going to license any more of those weird cartridges, and they had to switch to normal cartridges. Yeah. So it's considered a rare find. But yes, there are several games out there that are extremely rare and very expensive.
Yeah, because I think I remember like watching some short about it. It was like 10,000. I was like, shit, I think I had that game. So I remember doing like the track racing, or I could have easily had a pirate copy, because we sailed the seas even back then.
Well, yeah,
shipped in from Taiwan.
I'm just doing a quick internet search. I'm seeing the most expensive NES game is the Nintendo World Championship 1990 cartridge, and that is going for $57,000. That cartridge, and if I remember correctly, you had to go to the World Championships and participate to get that cartridge. So there wasn't like more than like 100 of them out there or something like that. Some stupid tiny number.
Yeah, that's like the random gold one, right? Isn't there like just Stadium Events is what it's called.
Stadium Events is what you're thinking of?
Yeah. Yeah, so it sold for 40. With steel copy sold for $41,000.
See, it's insane. It's insane, and it's all based on rarity. It's all based on rarity. It's very rarely ever based on like that was a great game, because so few people like actually play them. If you're playing NES games at this point, you're playing on an emulator 90% of the time, So I'm looking at a list right now. Den of Geek has a list of the most expensive Nintendo cartridges of all time, and there's like a Flintstones game on here. So I mean, it's clearly not game quality.
Talking about Flintstones are great, man. Who doesn't want to
Flintstones
be
are great.
Red Flintstone?
Well, here it is. Number 3 on the list is Stadium Events.
Yeah, because it got pulled or something for some reason. I don't know the details of it being pulled, so it's just super rare.
I'll ask my brother. I would even say, we a conversation like this, we should have him on here, but his job has a media appearance clause in his contract. He's a silent member of my football podcast, and every time I'm like, can you come on the show? And he's like, no, I'd have to get clearance from work. And I'm like, why do you? There's nothing to do with what you do for a living. You work in finance. You can't come on and talk about fantasy football. He's like, no, can't talk about it. I can't make any media appearances without their approval. I think he uses it as an excuse personally, but otherwise I would say let's have him on one time to talk about NES games. But
he really just hates you, Howard. That's the real truth. You know, all those years.
oh, that was sad, but it's possible. It's possible. I can't dismiss it. I can't dismiss it.
Let's see what else actually happened. Besides this, there was not a lot of. Another big news. Kai Cenat announced Streamer University 2026. Who's excited? Yay! I thought he was done.
I'm just excited to hear from Kai. Has he done any streams lately? Last time we talked about him, he hadn't streamed since like the beginning of the year or late last year for his Mafia-thon.
I think he hopped on someone's stream to be as like a guest to play some games or something, but I don't think he's actually streaming. So supposedly Streamer University is no longer free also. I heard it's something like $20,000 or something for Streamer University this time, as opposed to being free. Yeah, so Kai's trying to cash in. And normally I'm all the pro cashing in, but I thought this was supposed to be his like give back to the community, you know, help people grow, to help produce the next Kai. But yeah, it seems like I don't know. I haven't actually looked at the application. I remember that I thought I saw somewhere that I was like 20,000. Let me go see if I can find the article.
And not for nothing while you're looking that up, but if I have $20,000 to throw at streaming, I don't need to go to Streamer University because I've got that much money laying around. So, no. I understand you probably don't want every freaking tiny-ass streamer I average 2.2 viewers and stream once a week on Tuesdays guy applying, but at the same time, like, right. I mean, you're gonna have a show full of Paris Hilton types.
So supposedly it's hold on. Let me check live stream fails. Supposedly it's free. I see different things everywhere. Damn internet, always filled with trolls. Yes.
Get your shit together, internet.
I know. Right. I don't know. I'll take a look at it. I'll figure it out after.
Yeah, find out. I'm curious.
Yeah, so I heard it was gonna be 20,000, but yeah, he's back for it for another year. I mean, it's him cashing back in. I guess. I can't imagine it's gonna be free again, but maybe he's got the sponsors for it.
Honestly, I'm just glad to see he's alive. He's been really, really quiet since the Mafia-thon. I mean, he talked about wanting to take a break and the need for mental health, and I totally appreciate and support that. But I mean, at some point, you're just kind of like, all right, are you ever coming back? I mean, you know, I think that's one of the things. Whenever I stop streaming in my tiny ass stream, for all 5 people who show up every time I stream, I'm going to want to let them know I'm stopping streaming, because I feel like so many streamers just fall off a cliff. Like they're here one day and they're just gone. And I'm like, you spend time cultivating a community. The least you can tell them is when you're done, you know?
Yeah, who knows what's going on with him. Another thing that's been nuts all over my timeline. Have you seen the little browser game for the NBA called 82-0?
No. What is this?
Essentially, it's just like a little browser game where you like go through historical players. You just like randomly spin. It gives you like a team and like a decade, and you gotta choose like a player off that team to go into your 5-man team. And the goal is to try to go 82-0 for NBA. It is super addictive. And then since this one came out, a bunch of other ones have spawned off. But I think the NBA one is just like the best because of how fast it is. Yeah.
I'm just seeing it now. I'm searching for it and I'm seeing it. Wow, this is cool.
It's really fun. It's so addictive. It's like such a perfect, like, I want to kill 1 minute. And then like I play it on the harder mode where it doesn't actually show you all the full stats, because it's I find it a little more fun. And you just like pick your 5 players that gives you like the record. It has been huge. I've seen it like all over my timeline for both Threads and X. And now there's like a hockey one, there's a football one. I saw there's like a European soccer one. Uh, it's just super. Are you playing it right now, Howard?
No, I literally just found the website and I'm just looking at the website. And like,
Yeah.
and there's a classic version, like you said, where the
For
stats are
sure.
visible, and then there's the Hoop IQ version where you're like, wait a minute, was he good then? Because I
Yeah.
mean, there's a difference between LeBron today and LeBron 20 years ago. There's a difference.
Yeah, it's very hard to get to the 82 and 0. Like there's a few guys that are just like cheat codes. Like Will Chamberlain is like a cheat code because he put up like ridiculous stats, and Oscar Robertson and Luca are like cheat codes. But like, yeah, it's really hard. So you kind of need to learn which positions you kind of need to keep open to get to like the cheat, so the cheat codes can be available for you or on all your roles. But yeah, I spent an exorbitant amount of time doing this over the weekend, going out grocery shopping, just on my phone playing this 82 and 0. It is so much fun.
I'm in it right now. I'm picking just based off of name recognition,
Yeah.
and this team I already know is going to be terrible. I can't wait. I'm so excited for how bad this team is going to be. And see, I have to just keep picking until I have a full team. Is that how this
Yeah, yeah.
goes?
You have to fill each position on your team.
Okay. Okay, I have finished my team. I'm projected to win 58 games. It's Brooke Lopez, Charles Oakley, Wally Zerbiak,
Oh
Oscar
man.
Robertson, and Josh Giddey. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had to take
Oscar
Wally
Robertson's a
World.
cheat code.
Yeah, Oscar Robertson's a cheat code. I mean,
Yeah,
yes.
Oscar, you look at his stat line, it's like 25, 10 and 9 or something.
All right, so I just did the simulate season. I went 58 and 24. Oscar Robertson averaged 29.7 game per game, 10 assists and 8.7 rebounds. He led every category on my team, every single category.
Yeah, so this has been like really fun. The football one, yeah, I don't find it nearly as fun. It's
Oh, I gotta
actually it's
try the
called
football one.
it's called 20 and 0.
Okay.
And then you had to do for like all your positions, both offense and defense. So I don't know where it is. I can't find the link. I thought it was just 20and0.com. Maybe it is. Okay, it is just 20and0.com. Yeah. So then, but I didn't find it nearly as fun just because it's not as fast. You got so many more positions
Yeah.
to go through. Right. But yeah,
This
I
is
mean,
this. I am both thrilled and angry at you for telling me about this.
I mean, just wait till you talk to
This-
people on your podcast and how
oh
much
my
their
god.
spouses how much their spouses are going to be hating. I mean, it's
Oh my
fun. It's
lord.
fast too. The beauty of it's so fast. That's the beauty
Yeah,
of
I
it.
mean, I just played another round while we were just talking about it. I've already done two. Why does it keep forcing me to start with Brooklyn in the 2010s? This team was terrible. Terrible. I gotta take Paul Pierce for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, so it's quite it's quite fun. Hours gonna be addicted. Okay,
Oh
so
yeah,
let's get back.
I might as well just log off. I'm good.
Who needs to play Hearthstone in the morning? We can just spin through this all day.
What the hell's Hearthstone?
You can switch between games. You can switch between sports. Oh,
I just
Ben's
got
playing the
Ozzy.
soccer version. No,
I
soccer
just
was
got
called
Oscar again.
38,
What's that?
38 and 0, I think. The soccer
30 and
version.
0?
38 and 0, I think.
Unreal. Okay, I gotta close this. You're right, because I'm gonna sit here doing this the rest of the day.
All
If I
right,
don't,
so
if I don't
the
close
latest
this.
controversy in Magic, since we get back to this.
Yeah, I wanted to hear about this. What happened this weekend in the tournament you didn't play?
Okay, so it wasn't about the tournament that we didn't play. It's the tournament you qualify for, and that they announced there's actually no additional prizing for that tournament, and the only prize you get out of that tournament is qualifying for the actual paper limited championships.
Right.
Everyone thought it would be like an actual major championships, expecting there to be like big prizing and everything. And they announced today that there's literally zero prizes for it. And everyone's like, what the fuck? And if you're qualified for the actual paper one already, you're not allowed to play the one online. which is so weird.
Feels like bait and switch.
It does. The Twitter on it, every major personality has commented, or at least every streamer that I know that actually plays a bunch of limited. Because it's supposed to be like the Arena Limited Championships, right? Like Arena is the online Magic forum, right? So it's supposed to be like the big championship. So you think it'd be like the constructed Arena Championships, where instead of playing constructed, they have the limited version with like big prizing, as also you can qualify for the paper one, right? The limited championship. They just called it limited championship, right? And now they announced that there's no more additional prizing, and the entry for these are so expensive. How can they not have?
They're not cheap.
Like the prizes for the qualifier are actually decent, but they're very hard to get. Like you had to go, what is about $25 entry, which is not cheap. You had to go 7-1 to advance past the first round, then play the second round and go 5-2. You went 5-2, you got $1,000. If you went 6-1 or better, you got $2,000, which is pretty good for prizing, but it's also so hard, not easy to get there to go to those both draft versions of it. And they were talking about best of one games. There was a lot of people that were playing them and just like, even though they're like high win rate players, like 65-70% win rate, like still not able to get to the actual Arena Championship. And then today they announced, well, it wasn't that they officially announced, someone went through support to find out about the pricing. Yeah, they were just told no pricing for it, and everyone's in uproar. I'm so glad I didn't play any of them. There's no pricing for the next, because it's just it's so ridiculous that they wouldn't have major prize and turning into an actual major event. Like you're only having 2 real majors online per year, which is the actual Arena Championships, which qualify you for the Pro Tour, and what would have been the Arena Limited Championships, which qualify for the limited, I can't remember, limited championship in person championship. Like, this is supposed to be a big thing for them this year, and I tried to qualify for the first time and blasted through a few $100s, but now I'm just like, I don't know if I even want to touch this. Like I think I have a reasonable win rate. I'm willing to put in a few $100s to try and qualify each time it comes up, but like I'm totally unincentivized to try it all now.
So why didn't they just come out with all this information up front? Why did they wait so long to like basically tell people that there was no support for this?
No idea. That's the thing. Like theoretically, it could still change before the actual event because the actual event's not to the end of the year. But like, they have been very slow in releasing information about any of it. Like the limited championship, which isn't supposed to happen until 2027, right? Because there are qualifiers for it all year long. No idea what the date is for it yet. No idea of the location. This information is just not available yet. Because I remember when the qualifier was coming up here in Vancouver, which got me re-addicted to Magic. I was like, okay, this is an event I actually want to qualify for. Started looking for information, found nothing. I couldn't find any information about it anywhere. Looks like you had to find out information, you had to go through like the event organizers, because they're the only ones that knew like when the qualifiers were, and were like announcing it on through their social media and stuff, and not actually through the Wizard page. It is very strange. Are you still playing the game? Because you seem very distracted.
No. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm patiently listening to you, Terry. I just happen to be looking over here at something that's happening over here.
Oh, it's okay. That's fine.
I'll stop. I actually just went and looked at the NFL one that you told me about. So, and that one is a lot harder.
Yeah,
a lot harder. So,
oh my god, there's one for
all of them.
Huh?
Yes,
there's an NHL one too. But
yeah, there's one for NHL. There's a beta version of baseball and college football as well. So okay, I'm closing that window. I don't mean to be rude. My focus is here.
No worries.
So,
the gaming.
You got me.
This is a gaming podcast, you know. This is what we do.
I can't believe I didn't know about this. You're right. When I unleash this on the podcasters for football, it's going to be insane.
Yeah, I mean,
I
started doing it like probably I saw it on probably Thursday, Friday, and it just like everywhere on my social media. It's like taking over my Google pop up. Like, is 64 wins enough for the Oklahoma City Thunder next season? I'm like, that's not what this game's about. Damn it, that's not what this game's about.
So I'll apologize if I got distracted there, but it's Terry gave me a good lead, so I was getting sucked in. So
yeah,
but now full attention here. But
yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I understand. Yeah, but the Magic thing is very
weird. It's just weird. Like if you were doing this and you weren't charging so much,
yeah,
I think it would make a little bit more sense. But the fact that you're charging an arm and a leg and you're basically saying we don't have any prize support from this outside of the main prize.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the fact that you qualify for an event and there's no prizing for the event you qualify for seems so off. Just seems so off. Even if we just gonna give you digital prizes, you know, oh look, we're gonna give you a ton of gems, blah blah blah, you know. You're gonna be rich on gems or something. At least that would have been fine. We'll give you some cool little title that says, you know, 2026 arena champion that you get to show off and brag. So your e-penis gets huge.
Something.
Yeah.
Something. A new avatar online. Yeah. I mean, anything. A special colored border. I mean, there's a million things you could do that cost you nothing.
Yeah.
Other than like coding that I don't understand why they're not doing.
Yeah, it was very
blows my mind.
Yeah, that was the biggest thing I saw this week. It literally just happened today. That just popped up all over my thing. I'm just like,
no, the biggest thing that happened this week was that you told me about these stupid simulator games that I'm now going to have to play until I die. But, you know, in the world of Magic, that's definitely the biggest thing that happened this week for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it just came up today. Like, everyone was outraged about the change of the prize support on Friday, which is when I got notified. And now they're all up in arms about this because this is actually much bigger news. Well, it would have been bigger news if the prize support wasn't worth more and they changed it to. If they gave us something shitty, everyone would have.
Yeah, it would have been rage fuel for the pod. But I'm happier that's making you more money rather than less.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think there's no real actual drama to cover this week, which is actually strange.
That's a nice change. It's a nice change. No one got arrested for shoplifting. No one said something amazingly sexist or stupid. No one ran out into traffic with naked screaming. You know, it's nice to see the streaming community take a week off. And now I say that there's going to be 14 incidents tonight.
I mean, there was one thing, but I just didn't bother covering it. There was the NMP LOL Nick Polo or something. He's a pretty big streamer. He just finalizes his divorce, and there's a bunch of stuff that was happening to him before it, and he put a whole video about it. It's like, okay, that's, if you want to go into that, you could just go watch his video. We don't need to comment about someone's divorce. Supposedly he was getting like kind of shit on by the internet through the whole divorce, but he couldn't talk about it because he's involved in it until the court ruling actually occurred. I think it occurred on Thursday. And yeah, then he put out like a video. Like he runs with like Emiru and Pokimane and all them. So he's a very big streamer. But yeah, so his divorce finally went through, and yeah, but I was like, we don't need to talk about that. And that doesn't really affect gaming or, you know, anything controversial about Twitch or any of that stuff. It just
I mean, that's just a life event.
Yeah.
You know, best wishes to both of them.
Yeah. Well,
that's all you can do.
Sounds like she was being very petty during the divorce and was trying to break her.
Divorce is a messy business. I mean, I personally have not been through one, knock on wood. Don't get any ideas out there. But you know, I've seen couples that I thought were perfectly happy wish that the other one was dead. So, you know, it's an unusual thing. So, you know, just pick up your pieces and move on.
I think we're gonna call it here. We're gonna let Howard
Yeah.
go and kill the rest of his night on this game, playing 82-0 or 20-0.
I'm probably gonna focus on 20-0, but yeah, I gotta let the guys know this exists, and that'll probably be an entire episode of the Football Fig Nuts podcast when I'll be playing this game. So um, I can already hear Sean, who is the obsessive member of our podcast, and he's just gonna be like, I can't get past 19 wins. And I'll be like, dude, just stop. Maybe I shouldn't tell him about it. It might talking about divorce. It might end his marriage.
Yeah.
So
You're gonna hear about it from his wife, not from him. He's like, I'm almost there. I can feel it. Just got a few more rolls. And be like, what asshole told you about this game? You're like, it was Howard. Oh, fucking Howard.
Yep. Listen to the court documents. Howard Moon is the cause for your divorce. It happens. So
thank you everyone for watching and enjoying the pod. I will be back. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Do all those things. You know, watch our shorts. Check out my YouTube series about going from a new account to Mythic. It's on like the 10th, 15th episode. I have no idea what it's on. But yeah, I mean that I guess no views anyways, but it was at least worth a shot.
It will. I think it's a great idea. So
we'll see. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching, and yeah, like and subscribe, and we'll see you all next week. Maybe with
bye, everybody.
Bye.
We can only hope.
Yeah, we can only hope.